Wrestling fans, this is it. Your new regular Saturday lunchtime helping of professional wrestling. And coming up later, the biggest jumbo-size opening offer in the business. Yes, it's Big Daddy, but they're raring to go at the ringside. So take a seat alongside the man who's always raring to go.
Ladies and gentlemen, an heavyweight contest at 8 5-minute rounds. 2 falls, 2 submissions or a knockout will decide the winner. Presenting on my right in the blue corner from Chatham, Super Destroyer, Pete Roberts. His opponent in the red corner, the British heavyweight champion, Steele.
Thank you, Brian Crabtree, our master of ceremonies and presenter of this show. Good afternoon, Grapple fans. Welcome to the Town Hall here in High Wycombe. And we welcome to a very special couple of bouts here this afternoon, starting with the heavyweight bout between Ray Steele and Pete Roberts. That's Steele facing us now in the blue trunks. Ray Steele, the British heavyweight champion, of course, now at 15 stone 12. He won the title over Pete Roberts only recently.
Second away, round 1.
When it was vacant. So his leading contender, Pete Roberts, in the black, his usual black gear, with black knee and arm elbow protectors, trying to get a chance at this man again. He lost the chance of the British title, which he's waited so long to get, at Croydon in May of 1985, against the holder now, Ray Steele. So let's see in this 8 5-minute round contest, 2 falls to decide whether Pete Roberts can make a case for himself with the promoters and get another chance at that British heavyweight crown held by Ray Steele. A referee in this bout is Max Ward of Birmingham. And we'll know over the next 8 5-minute rounds, which is an unusually long contest. But I think you'll find that it holds with 2 class wrestlers of this caliber. Naturally, they're going to take a lot of care at first. Ray Steele doesn't want to take any risks at this point. He's only had the title since May, and he wants to hold it for much longer yet. Mind you, this is not a title bout. He doesn't lose it, his belt, if he gets beaten here this afternoon. But he might have to defend it against this man if the result goes against him today. Two of the very top heavyweights in the country. Pete Roberts, the leading contender. Ray Steele in the blue trunks, the reigning champion. Yes, they've not quite intended from either of their points of view then. Full Nelson now, Steele. Full Nelson still very definitely on. A couple of minutes to go in this first round of 8. Oh, yes. Finally over the top. It came a little late, but I think it's allowed. Yes, the referee allowed it. really setting their sights, these two men. Taking too many risks so far. Just 1 minute to go in this first round, and not really a chance for either of them. Side headlock Steele. Side head chance for Steele on the switch. Yes, he followed it up nicely with that headlock and strangle. Now, Pete Roberts has got about 15 seconds to get out of this. Oh, the bell may help him. In 10, 8 seconds, 5 seconds. Halfway there, but the bell helps him. Super destroyer Pete Roberts, who got his name, of course, in Japan when wrestling with an Americans and tag. And they had some tremendous admiration for this man. They just called him Super Destroyer, which is held ever since.
Seconds away, round 3.
Round 3, 6 to go. No score, no sign of any score yet between these two men. Pete Roberts in the black trunks versus Ray Steele, the British heavyweight champion. Roberts is always wearing his arm and knee protectors, elbow and knee. Now Steele really looking as though he's starting to want to get this bout moving a bit. Very earnestly. Yes. Through quickly there. And the finger interlock. And the over-the-shoulder submission. Nicely out by Roberts. Very nice. Quick arm lever. Quick follow-up there by Steele. And perfectly legal because he hadn't released his man at all, of course. See that right knee? Operating the head. Making sure that that head doesn't turn into the hold. So allow him to get the other arm around to counter. Oh, inside leg hack, if he can get his man over from that. Roberts forcing his man towards the ropes and gets the break. Steele going for that arm lever against the joint this time, keeping that arm dead straight. Now with the joint. On the other hand with a face bar, but the arm lever still there. Not so firmly as he was, though. See the straight arm lift. And the headlock and strangle finish. Typical Roberts finish that when he gets his man down. Attacking from the rear in that position. The perfect headlock and strangle. Look at that. Can't get a score from it. Won't get a submission from it. Certainly can't, of course, get a pinfall from that position. So he's got to turn his man back to canvas first. Trying to force that backhammer on, but Steele gets the lift in first. But only to plant his man on the corner. Post. He wouldn't have ever done it. A minute to go now in the third. Quick grapevine on that opposite arm lever. To Steele. Double arm now, Steele. Still in charge. Let's see if he can make anything out of this in the last 25 seconds. And he's leaving it very late, 8 seconds only. Close-up look at the champion. Doesn't look too ruffled, does he?
Seconds away, round 4.
Ray Steele is a man that gets around quite a bit too. He's been to Germany, South Africa, and Japan fairly recently, but not quite so much as Pete Roberts, who's always out there all the time. We very seldom see him on the screens over here anymore. So this may be one of his chances to make an impression with the promoters and get a chance at that title held by his opponent here this afternoon. Round 4, 5 rounds to go, and no sign of any score yet. Steele in the blue trunks, white boots, the champion. Full Nelson Steele. Roberts got rid of this before when Steele had the stomach. And by the butt, too. Flying butt, stomach. Roberts tries the switch. Oops. That knee came out dead right as Roberts came off the ropes. That's illegal. And a back elbow to Roberts this time. Action is starting now. Oh, beautifully held after his spinal. It's a lovely dive. It's a double shoulder press, and it's Steele, the champion, gets the first fall in round 4. In just 1 minute, 19 seconds of round 4.
In round 4, the first fall of the contest goes to the British heavyweight champion, Ray Steele.
And leading contender Pete Roberts walks across to Steele's corner to congratulate him on that. It was a very neat move. He really grabbed those shoulders and the left arm so neatly and quickly that there was no chance for Roberts to get his move going that he started.
6 away, round 5.
Well, Roberts has really got to go some now. Of course, he knows it, and he's just a man to make comebacks. In fact, he seems to prosper when he's 1 fall behind. Let's see if it's the same thing today. He's got plenty of time, as long as he doesn't lose another fall or submission. Roberts really sweating profusely. They're pouring off him, it is. Mind you, he's fighting the British champion. I suppose it's natural. Trying a single leg Boston, Roberts. Thinking on submission lines here. See, now there's a perfect example of Ray Steele's style. I mean, it's right by the rope, the bottom rope there. He could easily reach out and grab it and get a break. But no, he wrestles his way out of it. Ropes break called, immediate step back. Nice. Very nicely timed there, Roberts. He's got the leg that he wanted, held by the body, leaving his arms free. Again, Steele very near the bottom rope. Oh, I bet he doesn't grab it, even if he's in real trouble. Couple of minutes to go in this 5th round. And Roberts trying to turn his man back to canvas, but I think he's given up. That slap meant agree to stalemate there, yes. I know how Pete Roberts was, how disappointed he was way back in May of this year when he lost the chance of that title. It's the same move by Steele, but this time Roberts' feet go over to the middle rope and get the ropes break. Fortunately for him, it could have been a 2-0 win for Steele there, and he knows it. He was saying how disappointed Roberts was at not grabbing that chance of getting the British heavyweight title for the first time way back in May at the Croydon Fairfield Hall. But he's still hoping for a chance, and I, for one, would love to see him get it. He's a great fellow, great wrestler. Less than a minute, round 5. Single arm stretch to Steele, but Roberts won't allow it to happen and help it. Double finger with a lock instead. And 30 seconds to go. Full Japanese stranglehold to Steele. Flying tackle Steele, held beautifully by Roberts. Held in the crotch hold position and slammed him. Follow up a little bit slow, and I think he's going to run out of time here. Right on the bell. What a wrestler, what a sportsman. Terrific. Ray Steele. And he's been waiting for years to have a chance at that British title, and of course, very relieved when he got it last May. But unfortunate here in our first afternoon show to get him up against the leading contender.
6 away, round 6.
There he is, leading contender, Pete Roberts, all in black. Trailing by 1 fall to 0. So still Ray Steele, the champion. Blue trunks, white boots. Leading Pete Roberts. One fall in L. Held on well, Pete Roberts, then. Steele meant him to go straight down in that corner. Oh, that's nice posting. Ooh, the ring really moved across there. Switch to Steele. Roberts ready for it. Over the top, forearm.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Oh, he took him beautifully over the top. Roberts a chance here to cross press. If he can hold that arm still, he's got it. Oh, great move by Roberts. Great equalizing fall from Pete
In round
Roberts.
6, the equalizing fall to the blue corner. Super Destroyer, Pete Roberts.
And let's have a quick look at Pete Roberts getting that equalizing fall so beautifully. Up he gets, and look what happens next as he waits for Steele to come across from the ropes, grabs him on that throw, face down, cross press, grabs the knee to make sure, and that is it. The equalizing fall in 1 minute 40 seconds of round 6. So back in the game, Roberts now, and just about 9 minutes left. Yeah, oh. Roberts mistimed it. Steele got it right. Side head chancery. Steele. Changes sides. Chancery. Sided not against the body check. This time goes over the top and a cross press again, but grabs the leg and he's knocked off the leg this time. And Max Ward almost in trouble from that rollout. And the grapevine, Steele, opposite arm lever. Dismisses the grapevine, goes for the double arm. Now then. Roberts has got to watch it here. Steele loves this attack from the rear. Steele sweating all right, but nothing like the sweat that Roberts is producing here. Still the double arm. Oh, yes. So, a couple of minutes left in the 7th penultimate round, and 1 fall each. Roberts over the top cross press, but too far, and Steele managed to roll out of it, preventing Roberts from holding those shoulders down for 3. But nearly trouble for the champion there. Even if Pete Roberts can get a draw out of this here this afternoon, I think he's got quite a case to make out of the promoters that he deserves a chance at Ray Steele's title. And let's hope if he gets it, we do see it on television. Headlock and strangle Roberts. Steele wisely turning into it. Oh, yes. Second one was a really beaut. Oh, what a beaut that was. Less than a minute to go, round 7. Double arm now. Pete Roberts came over the top of 2 near the ropes again. And off at 2. There again, Steele could have put his feet through the ropes and got the break, but didn't. He wrestled his way out of it. Double wrist lock back hammer. 30 seconds left. Head scissors now to Steele. Slowed it down so he can get a breather, but it won't do him any good as far as attacking now, unless he gets his man back to canvas. He's only got 5 seconds to do it with. Well, with just 1 round to go, let's take a close-up look at both these men. First of all, Ray Steele, the champion. And there, Pete Roberts, the contender. Still sweating profusely. Neither of them looking too worried.
6 away for the 8th and final round.
But this round 8 will tell us they come out, shake hands, and come out fighting. 1 fall each. And just 5 minutes will tell us now whether we get a result here or whether it is an excellent draw, especially from the point of view of Pete Roberts. Nothing in it weight-wise between these two men. Half a pound, that's all. Both of them are 50 to stone 12 pounds. Clock kick, first roundabout.
3, 4, 5.
Steele really coming into the forearms in this last round. Lovely whip, but Roberts takes it beautifully, goes for the right arm, a folding plus, and it's trouble Steele. Steele's in trouble, and Roberts has done it. Roberts has done it. And there, although he doesn't look like it now, he's the winner, 2 falls to 1 in just 55 seconds of round 8, the final round. What a turn-up. 2 falls to 1, Steele the winner. Now he has got a chance for that title, I'm sure.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, a titanic contest. The winner in the 8th and final round, Super Destroyer, Pete Roberts.
Right, well, 2-1 win for Pete Roberts. What a turn-up for the book there. And unfortunately, everybody can't be happy, and Ray Steele shaking his head sadly there. But be back with us in a very short time, because Grapple fans